This is for DANL100, Programming for Data Analytics. Chapter 1, Our Basics. Agenda. In this short video, I'll discuss the following topics. Topic number 1, a quick self-introduction. Topic number 2, I'll go through the syllabus. Topic number 3, from where to download to find R software. R is open source software. Download and install R. Topic number 4, how to launch and quit R. Topic number 5, one-line R code for this course. Topic number 6, there are some basic concepts related to R or R basics. R is case sensitive. 3 ways to input or to assign values, to X, to present value, to interest rate, the 2 types of comments, and how to change or show the working directory. And there are some embedded functions like mean, standard deviation, minimum, maximum, and also I generate a function called N letter functions and other related issues. Chapter 1, R Basics. This is DANL100, Programming for Data Analytics. Agenda. I'm going to conduct a quick survey. And self-introduction, I'll discuss syllabus, my teaching philosophy, especially for this course, review our basic concept, and Chapter 1, Introduction to R. For this course is complete 4, I'm teaching 2 classes, 2 sections. One is 40, another is also 40, okay? I'm going to conduct a quick survey, and Q1, what is your major, which year is freshman, and what is your minor, and what kind of computer language do you know? For example, R, Python, etc. Q4 is what is your Excel level? Because I'm going to use Excel as some example. Just you write R code, compare with Excel function. Okay. And Q4, Q5, and Q6. My name is Paul Yan. I have my second name. It's called Yuxin. Okay. If you want to Google me, I think it's a good idea to use the second name. Because all my publication, my books, under the second name. My bachelor is a civil at Southeast University in China. I got my MBA from Wilfrid University in Canada. Bachelor is Ontario. Okay. Wilfrid University is a small school. However, their business school is very, very good, and especially in Canada, in Ontario. I got my PhD from McGill in Canada. Okay. I taught at so many schools. I taught at McGill and Wilfrid in Canada. I taught at NTU, Nanyang Technology University in Singapore. I taught at Loyola, Maryland, Hofstra University, UMUC, Canisius College, University of Buffalo. Now I'm teaching at Geneseo. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 in the US. I work at Wharton School for 8 years, and it's a consultant. It's not a faculty position. Actually, it's staff position. I help researchers around the world help them with their programming, with their code, with their data issues. So far, I have 26 publications, and although my area is finance, I'm very good at programming, especially some R, Python, SAS, MATLAB, C, and I'm very good in terms of financial data, especially financial databases. Okay, in the 5 years, my recent publication in a 5-year window. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have so far 6 publications. Okay. So this is my programming path. Okay, my first language is Fortran when I was a student at the civil engineering department. When I was an MBA student in Canada, and I learned C by myself. Okay. Actually, I can tell a short story. And that's one professor asked me whether I can write to that professor teaching finance, a finance professor, and he demonstrated about data, retrieve data for one given ticker, okay, for retrieve data from a database. It's in Canada. And it took about 5 to 6 minutes to retrieve data. Okay. He asked me, he said, Paul, I have like 5,000 research money. Are you interested in this project to speed up the retrieval process? And I asked around, I was told, and we can generate an index file by using C. So I learned C when I was doctoral student at McGill, and I was research assistant because the professor used Gauss, and I have to learn Gauss. Okay. When I went to NTU in Singapore, and they don't have Gauss. However, MATLAB is quite similar to Gauss. Then I switched to Gauss. And in 2003, when I came back to North America, I was working at Wharton School, and they have a research data platform. Okay, all the data set, financial database organized using SAS. Then I learned SAS. I polished my SAS. In 2010, I came back to teaching, and then I moved between many teaching schools. Even now, DANL100 is teaching school. There's some disadvantage and advantage for working or teaching at a teaching school. Okay, the obvious disadvantage is we don't have money. We don't have money to buy expensive software. We don't have money to buy financial databases. And for example, MATLAB is very expensive. SAS also very expensive. Okay, then I start to learn R and Python. Okay, both R and Python are open source software. Okay, and so this then I learn apply R and Python to finance. Okay, and so this is my first book. It's called Python for Finance, published in 2014. Okay, because the first edition was quite popular, the publisher invited me to write the second edition. So this is the original cover, and they thought, hey, why not we use a better cover? So this is actually the content are exact same, but with different book cover. Okay, and the book is quite popular. So this is Korea translation based on the second edition. So this is like a Godfather, right? So this is a Chinese translation based on the first edition. Okay, so Korea translation and the Chinese translation. Okay, and in 2018, together with James, we published a book called Hands-on Data Science with Anaconda. Anaconda is a platform. Okay, on this platform, we can run R, we can run Python, we can run SAS, we can run so many languages. Of course, if it is open source, you don't need a license. If it's SAS, you need a license. Okay, for this book, I think it's crazy. The publisher asked us to use 4 open source language: R, Python, Octave, and Julia. Okay, all these 4 are open source. Okay, open source. 2018, and I published a book called Financial Modeling using R. Okay, so based on this book, I have taught financial modeling and similar courses at the 3 schools for over a dozen times, about a dozen times. So this is financial modeling using R. So this is our book. And so this is the book, and also there are some links. Okay, Amazon link, yeah, Amazon link. Okay. Okay, I'm going to discuss the syllabus. Here I'll go through the syllabus quickly. Okay, and the name of this course is called Programming for Data Analytics. And this is section 2. I have 2 sections. First one is 1 o'clock. The second one is 8:30. Okay. If you have any issue, email me. Okay. There's no textbook. There's no textbook. And I'm going to offer my lecture notes. Okay. There's no textbook for this course. And I will offer you all my lecture notes. Okay, so this is for chapter 1, R basics. Okay, I'm going to post it on Canvas so you can download it. Okay. No specific textbook, and I'm going to offer all my lecture notes. Okay. I have 2 web pages, and first web page is Canvas, and I upload all the syllabus, homework, and also potential term project. Because pandemic, there's no term project for this course, and also I have my own web page. Okay. And these are 2 QR code, and eventually I'll show you how to generate this QR code. Course description. And I'm not going to read them. Okay, just go through it quickly. And for this course, and there's 1 line of R code. And for each chapter, I'm going to show you. Okay, first one, either show this one or show a slight different 1 line code. Okay. And so this is a course evaluation. Okay. Because of the pandemic, there's no presentation, there's no project, so I use, there are 4 parts. Homework for R, midterm for R, homework for Python, and final exam. So homework for R, homework for Python, midterm, and final exam. So 25% each. Total we have 100%. Okay. And so these are the syllabus. These are the schedules. Okay, tentative schedule. What I'm going to go through. So basic idea is I divide the whole semester into 2 parts, and half I'll cover the R. The second half I'll cover Python. Okay, Python. Okay. And I'm going to show you how to get the menu, because I organized my lecture notes by using R. Okay, so this is chapter 1. I'm going to show you in a couple of minutes, and how to get all the chapters. How to download and install R. Okay. As first one, we have to type R project.org. Okay, so the web page is r-project.org. On the left hand side, we see CRAN. Just click CRAN. Then we choose a location. You choose a location near you because we are located in the US. We just pick up any will be fine. Any server or any mirror location will be fine because the structure will be exactly the same. Okay. So depend on your computer, depend on your operating system. You can choose Mac or choose Windows. For me, I use Windows. So click base. And so this is the latest one. So just click and on the button you will see it's downloading. Okay. So after it is done, and then we click, then we can run it. Okay. And you can simply only take just default setting without change anything. Now it's finished. Okay, I simply click the download the software and I just click yes. And choose English. Answer next. Answer next. Because I have already, okay. I just answer yes. It depends on your machine, okay. Because my machine is 64-bit. Just I uncheck this one. Just click next. 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 Then software will install. Okay. Because I installed already, so I simply cancel it. I'm going to show you how to launch and quit R. Okay. And so this is R icon on my desktop. Just click and then it will launch the R. Okay. The first way to quit, you see the Q, left, right, parentheses. You type Q, left, right, parentheses. Okay. It asks you save workspace image. Actually, I think more clear question is, do you want to save your function variable? Suppose I define PV equals 100, R equals 10%, N equals 5. If we want to use this value of function in the future, then I answer yes. And for this course, we can always answer no. Okay. Then we find R. Oh, this is Python. Okay, this is Python. So we just click R. The second way to quit is click this red X. We simply answer no. And the last way to quit is we click File, then click Exit. So this is how to launch and quit R. Okay, I'm going to discuss some basic R. Okay, the first thing is, so let's type source http yyyy.com. Okay, so this is rpy week1.txt because for chapter 1 it's related to my week 1. Okay, and we hit enter, then we got our menu. Okay, we can use up arrow key to record the previous command. See, I use up arrow key to record the previous command. We can use double quotation mark or single quotation mark. Okay. Okay. And another thing is, suppose I type something wrongly. Okay, I'm going to I type something wrong. Okay, I see a plus sign. Okay, we'll see a plus sign, and the plus indicates you haven't finished your input. Okay, and you can continue typing. Okay, continue input. However, it's a good idea we hit escape key. So we hit escape key, then this is called R prompt, larger than R prompt, come back. Then we use up arrow key, then we continue enter our, to finish our input line. Okay, so RPY with 1.txt. Okay, R is case sensitive. Suppose I enter capital H. Okay, the capital H, then we'll see a error message. Okay, suppose we enter x equal 10. We type capital X and object X not found. So actually, capital X is not signed a value yet. Okay, for the previous, and we move our cursor, then we change capital H to lowercase h. Now we get our result. Okay, and for this one, and if you look at here, so these are instructions. Okay, dot C1, see chapter 1, a dot in front of C1. Okay, dot C1. Then we see a list. Okay, I organize my all lecture, homework, midterm final exam, and in the future is term project, everything by using R. Okay, by using R. Okay. For example, for this one, and download installed R and use up arrow key, dot C1, we enter 1. Okay, so this is instruction, and we go to R-project. On the left hand side, click CRAN, choose a server, and continue this way. Okay, so use up arrow key, then have 2. Okay, this is how to quit R. Okay, how to come back to your main menu? You type RPY. Okay, RPY. Okay, R stands for R language, PY stands for Python language, because I'm going to teach you 2 programming language within 1 semester. Okay. Okay, so let's look at the content of chapter 1. Okay, you type dot C1. Okay. Dot C1. And so let's look at through it to assign the value. Okay, and present value equals 100. Okay. And so this is first way, less than -100. And if we want to see the value, we type PV. Then present value equals 100. Okay, so this is first way to assign value to a variable. R equals 10%. R is 10%. If we want to list all the variables, okay, I have X, let's remove X and Y. Okay. So we just, so this is first way to assign the value. This is second way to assign another value. The third way is suppose 2 hyphen larger than n. So we have present value, we have R, we have n. Okay, we have 3 ways to assign a value. And if you want to show you're a professional, this is a preferred way to assign a value. Okay, and we use ls to list all our variables. Okay, and we type the variable name, then we can see its value. And if we want to see the future value, what is the future value? If interest rate is, if the present value is 100, what is its future value in 2 years? if interest rate is 10%. Okay, so it's simply 100 times 1 plus 10%. The power is 2. Okay, so this caret actually is power, like 10 power 2. Another way is 10 and multiplication twice, we have the same, so it's a power. Okay, and we can also use present value times 1 plus r, and so this is the power of n. Then we have the exact same result. You see this one and this one. Okay, eventually we are going to write so-called function. Okay, the chapter is about write a function. The beauty of this one is, and if we debug our function next time, we call it constantly. And for example, I say, hey, what is present value is 500. Then we call this function. Then we have the different result. Okay. Okay, C1. And we have two types of comments. Okay, so this is first type. Okay, the number sign. This is a comment. So anything after number sign is a comment. And the underlying software will ignore the comment. Okay, we ignore the comment. Okay, normal operation plus minus division power same as before. Okay, so this is a listing function. Okay, listing function, and remove a variable or several variable. And suppose we have x equals 10, y equals 50. Okay, so if we want to remove an individual, so we remove n. Suppose we want to remove 2 together. Okay, so this is remove PV, comma R. Okay, so this is remove. Suppose we want to remove everything. Then remove list, ls, left, right, right. Okay, then we remove everything. Okay, our console is empty, so nothing there. Okay, C1, and use meaningful variable name. Okay, this is very important if we want to make our programs more readable. Okay, so let's look at .c1 11. Okay, .c1. So we use when we use meaningful variable names, and the program is more readable. Okay, this also we can reduce the comment. For example, if we use present value equals 100 and x equals 100. Okay, and present value is much better than x, because people will confuse what is the meaning of x. Okay, then you can also present value equals 100. Okay, and another thing is you can use your tab key. Okay, and you see PRE. Sorry, it's not here. Yeah, present value. Okay, if you type PRES, then you hit tab key. Okay, PSE, then you hit tab key, then it automatically pop up. Okay, so basic idea is, suppose you have a long variable name. If you have long variable name, and typing is an issue, you only need several letters to distinguish, to separate your variable from other variable. Then you can hit tab key. In the future, when we change our working directory, we can also use tab key. So this is, I called magic touch, but tab key. Okay, another one is called working directory. Okay, so get wd. Okay, okay. Get WD. WD stands for working directory. So this is my current working directory. Okay, and suppose I want let's call dir create. Okay, dir. So this is I look at the content. Okay, ls is simply the list, your variable, your function for your R console. dir will list file under your current working directory. Okay, and so there's no temp. I'm going to show you how to generate a subdirectory, how to move to that subdirectory. Okay, I use dir. Suppose I set wd temp. Okay, and I want to move to the C user PYAN document /temp. However, there's no such thing called temp. Okay, I can use dir create temp. Okay, and I can use dir. You can see a temp here. Okay, a temp here. Okay, and I'm going to use comment. Okay, I'm going to comment on this one. Okay, if I change the working directory, I can use set wd. Okay, set my working directory. Okay, I can use two methods. Okay, so this is called absolute address. Okay, so this is comment set wd. Okay, I comment out. Okay, so and the software will not execute this command line. Okay, set wd c username document temp, and if without this number sign, I will set this one as my current working directory. So this is I call absolute address method. Okay. Alternatively, we can simply use temp. Because our location is on the document, so we move one level down. Okay, then we use get. So this is our current working directory. Okay, so if we want to move one level up, we can use two methods. The first method, we simply set up to this one. Okay, I'm going to set wd. Okay, set wd. You see how you hit the tab key. Hit tab key. Okay. Okay. So this is the first method. I'm going to move backward, one level up. Okay, so let's move one level down. Okay, set wd temp get wd. Okay, and the second way to move backward, one level up, use relative. Okay, so this is set wd and double quotation dot double quotation. Okay, then we use get. You see, we can use relative going down one level down or one subdirectory down. We can use set double quotation dot double quotation. Okay, if we want from here move one level up, two levels, then we can use dot /dot. Okay, then we can see our location. Okay, so originally document is our working directory. We move one level, two level. Then this is I call the relative. Dot dot / dot dot. Okay. For R, there are many embedded functions. So let's assign 1 to 100 to X. And we have 100 value. And we can use mean to calculate its average. The average is 50.5. We can use SD to calculate its standard deviation. We know the minimum value is 1, maximum value is 100. Okay, so max is 100. Okay, if we want to get more information about the specific functions such as mean, we can use help. We can type help mean. Okay, and so usually I look at the definition, look at usage, then at the bottom I look at some example. You simply can copy and paste and to run this code. Okay, also you can type double quotation, then you get also find the mean. Okay, to find more information about specific function. Okay, I'm going to go back. And from here, for the top, this one, you can type help. And frequent asked question on R. This is about R window. This is manual and R function. Okay, from here is so-called a purpose. Okay, a purpose. Suppose we want to find MEA. So I'm not sure about mean. So I find all related to the MEA. I just click OK. You see a purpose MEA. Okay, so this is column means, K means, mean different time, weighted mean, etc. So this is about mean. Okay, and also I generate a function called DANL100. Okay, so this is DANL100 function. You can just copy and paste. You can copy paste. Suppose I'm interested in like mean, MEA, and 4 letters. Okay, then you enter 4. It will give you all the 4 letters embedded function or sometimes data set. Okay, suppose I want SD, 2 letter. Okay, standard deviation SD. You'll find SD is here. SD is here. Okay, and head and the tail. Okay, head and the tail. So X, suppose I have X equals 125,000. Okay, I can use head. I can see the first 6 letters. Okay, in this case, it's very, very simple. In the future, it's more complex. We can enter the second variable. It's 20. Then we exact same thing. We can use tail X. And we see the bottom, TAIL, bottom number. And suppose we want to look at the last 50 values. So tail X, comma 50. Next, I'm going to show you so-called utility. And utilities submenu. Okay, simply type .uu. And so this is utility. Okay, the first one is called alt chapter. Alt chapter, I'm going to cover. Okay, you type. This is a shortcut. .or period or .or. Okay. As I mentioned, I construct this R for the first half semester. So I'm going to cover 15 chapters. Okay. And for the second half semester, because after you learn one programming language and it's much easier to learn the second programming language. Okay, and the reason is there are so many like loop or almost identical, and data input, data output are almost are quite similar. Okay, so actually I put this part Python specific. Then R and the Python application. So like project, dumping big data, assets finding, and process financial statement. It depends. Okay, if I have time, I'm going to show you how to use R and Python to process data. Okay. .uu. Another one is a calendar. So this is for fun.cal. So this is a calendar for 2021. .uu. I post there are many videos. Okay, the .v video. I'm going to record several videos, okay? But most of the time I just there are some link using other people's video. Okay, for example, first one .v.1, and there are some R, how to install R, how to write a simple R program. So you can watch this video. Okay, you can watch this video. Let's go back. Mac has some issue. Okay, Mac has some issues, and so you type MSC, and how to install R, use text editor on Mac, and sometimes I Google, I find a solution because I'm not text user. Okay, and please tell me whenever you have a issue. Okay, I'm trying to find a solution. Okay. And this is very important thing, so-called in-class exercise. Okay, please, my teaching philosophy is, especially for the programming course, practice, practice, and practice. Okay, and I hope you can read my lecture notes before you come to each class. You have a question. Okay, and so ICE is so-called in-class exercise. Okay. For example, how to estimate present value if you type .ice2. So this is related to the question or in-class exercise. Okay, and we're going to write the R function to price present value for the given future value, interest rate, and number of the period. Okay, so this is .ice, and over the time, this one will become longer and longer, okay, for different weeks. And for the Zoom, I'll show you the Zoom link for week 1, Zoom link for the office hour, and also Zoom link for the tutoring. So anything related to the Zoom, and you can find information here. Okay, and last one is office hour. Okay, this is how to go back. Okay, .ba is same thing as .rpy. Okay, and BA stands for Business Analytics.
Shutterstock Music.